but for all the women with disabilities who've come in from the Northwest, from Littoral, from the West region, and from here in the Center region. And because this is an inclusive event, so throughout the event, feel free to clap by putting your hands together. Sign language. Are we together? So I'm very happy to see the birth of access here in Cameroon. In 2016, a group of women with disabilities in the Northwest, in a community, we said we wanted a fashion show for women with disabilities because the women in this particular community often feel invisible and unheard. And it's more than just a feeling, it is their reality. A reality that I know so well because my great-grandmother lived with a disability. She was crippled. At the time, she was very poor and could not afford a wheelchair, so she was on the floor most of the time. In 2014, my dad, very strong, active man in the community, had a stroke, and it left him paralyzed. And since then, I've seen firsthand what it means to live with a disability in Cameroon, and how difficult it is to get into hospitals or banks or churches, and how difficult it is to travel around the country. And so I decided I was going to use my journalism to do more than just tell everyday stories. I wanted to amplify the voices of persons with disabilities, and that's something we've been doing at Sister Speak since 2014. We started the National Storytelling Competition for student journalists because as a journalist and as an activist, most of the times I felt like a lone wolf. You know, you would scan through different radio stations, and if there was a story back in the day, a story about women's issues or story about disabilities, it would be that story that was reported by Comfort Musa, and I didn't want that. I wanted many more people talking about these issues, and so we started that competition, and I'm very grateful for the training I got from the Cameroon Baptist Health Services. SEED, they're here present, and SEED encouraged me, and we started this competition, encouraging students to take an interest in reporting women's issues and disability rights. And we've had 3 editions of the National Storytelling Competition. When we get the entries, we'll find a very good jury team to assess the stories. The best stories over the years have received cash prizes and mentorship from us. And this year, the overall best winner for the Sister Speak National Storytelling Competition happens to be a visually impaired lady, 100% blind, and I want us to put our hands together for Colette. Please put your hands together. That we had from different universities in the country competed in that storytelling competition, and she emerged first. Prove that when we give opportunities to women with disabilities, they can in fact live their best lives. Beyond telling stories through the competition, we started a TV show, Every Woman, which used to air on Canal 2, and my co-host on that program, Hilda B. I remember our very first edition, we talked about defined as beautiful are the tall, slim, fair women, and women on wheelchairs, women with crutches, women as dark as me or as short as me, don't find themselves in that place. And Hilda and I took upon ourselves and we said, we're going to make women in Cameroon know that beauty is in different shapes and forms and complexions. But beyond that, we are going to make it so fashionable that companies will have women with disabilities on their billboards, not only during International Day of Persons with Disabilities, but everyday realities. And so we started that, and we have wanted to have a fashion show. We started planning in Bamenda 2016. It could not hold because of the unrest, 17-18. And we told ourselves we will not put in touch with my friends. I'm part of a very vibrant community of women living with disabilities. And we said we were going to do a fashion show. Not just for the fashion, because we want women with disabilities to be visible. Tonight, we want you to see these women as valuable, as strong, as relevant, as assets to our communities. But more importantly, we want you to hear their stories, because Sister Speak is all about stories. At Sister Speak, we say, if we don't tell our stories, who will? If we don't tell our stories, who will? So the women on the runway tonight will be telling their stories. And we had, initially we had 18 women, but some have not been able to travel because of the difficulties in their terrain, and of course the insecurity in the Northwest. 2 women cannot come from there. But the 16 women you will see on the runway today have a wide range of disabilities. You will see amputees, you will see women on wheelchairs, you will see women who are deaf but not dumb. We have girls with intellectual disabilities, and they are coming out here to share their stories, but to show you and to tell you that it's time to count them in. Tomorrow, you're mine today, and I feel it deep in my marrow and every way. You are my spirit to mine. Tomorrow, you're mine today, 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 and I feel it deep in my marrow and every way.
Vanessa Tonta. I am a commercial. I do those commerce. I know how to promote a product until I sell it. So for the program, I'm here today because I want to let the whole world know about my history. I am a mother of a small young boy of 1 year today. I want to let the people with disability knows that they are able of being mothers. I am a mother, and I want you people to be a mother. Continue to feed this dream of being a mother. That is all what I am in access today to let people know.
My name is Ago Glory. I am a program manager at the CBC Health Services. I work with the program Empowerment and Disability Inclusive Development which is funded by the Liliana Foundation. Liliana Foundation is a Dutch-based non-governmental organization. And so our role here, as in the objective of our organization, is to ensure an enabling environment for girls and males with disabilities. And so here we empower persons with disabilities on the one hand, but we also ensure that they have an enabling environment. And so, like you saw on Access, persons with disabilities and girls with disabilities are empowered to come out from their low self-esteem. They are empowered to showcase their talents. They are empowered, to be able to tell the world what they can do. But on the other hand also, if they are empowered but the environment is not accessible, then we have a problem, and that is where disability comes in. So we empower, but we also ensure that an enabling environment is provided for females and males with disabilities. And so we were so happy to be funders, to be one of the funders of this particular event. If you see the runway, it has a ramp, and we contributed in ensuring that a ramp is provided where the females who were able to showcase their talents could be able to access the ramp. We also supported some females to come all the way from the Northwest region, provided their transport and their lodging to be here for this event. And so it is our hope that even many more females with disabilities can have access to such opportunities.